Hello and good evening, listeners. This is Butterfly coming at you with not another Q&A. I'm actually just going to speak about a topic that I feel needs to be addressed. Yes, it's me and my opinions tonight. And by the time you're watching, I don't know what time it is when you're watching this, but it's the evening where I'm at. So I'm addressing you as if it's evening. So I'm relaxed and I'm just ready to speak and clear my mind of what is on edge. And what has been on edge lately in my mind is making big girl choices because I run into so many women, including myself, okay, where we allow not making our big girl choices to steer us down a path that at our age we shouldn't be going down. To me, age is more than a number. Every year that we grow older, we should grow wiser. What's the sense of growing older? To just get older? I don't think so. Like I look at I look at my elders like, wow, those are people that I want to get advice from. Those are people I want to confide in and gain wisdom from because they have years on them. And to me, years means more wisdom. So it is a shame to see a lot of our elders out here in the streets not doing anything more than what we are. That really hurts me because I feel that as you grow, you learn, you mature. But what's happening with a lot of women that I'm coming in contact with, that I'm seeing, hearing about, they are still making the same choices that they were when they were young. Okay. And it's like you've outgrown that. You should have outgrown that mentality. You should have outgrown those choices that you used to make. But I know that it is difficult. But somewhere along our journey, we have to decide, when are we going to start making better choices? When are the choices that we make, or when are they going to align with our age, with where our mentality should be? Because at 30 years old, you and a teenager should not even have a conversation where you're both deciding to make the same choice in a matter where it's clear that as a grown adult, you shouldn't be thinking that way. I see grown women parade themselves around almost like they're still stuck in a time warp where they're still 19, 17, 16 years old mentally. And anything that you are mentally is going to show up on you physically. So it's just so awkward to see. And I mean, an analogy that I always use is, imagine you as a 30-year-old woman, 25, 32, 35, whatever, still wearing the t-shirt that you could wear when you were 6. Now, I'm assuming you have gained weight. It doesn't have to be a hefty lot of weight, but you're not in the same physical sense as you were when you were 6. You shouldn't be. That wouldn't be healthy. So imagine just walking around in that shirt. Yes, you're uncomfortable. Yes, you can't think clear because you're in pain. You can't fit it. It's the same thing with your mentality. Yes, you're uncomfortable. Yes, you feel like you are stuck. Why? Because you're still sporting the same mental and making the same choices that you did when you were younger. Where is the line between when I was young to when I'm an adult? Now, I wanted to touch on self, relationships, career, and family, and just briefly touch on those areas on how we are not making the best choices and how we can start to make better choices. Even with ourselves as grown women, firm believer, it's mind, body, and spirit. No doubt it is what it is. You cannot argue that. To make yourself whole, your mind has to be taken care of, your body and your spirit. As an adult woman, I see, hear, and know so many adult women that only exercise their mind with reality TV, negative music, negative friends, gossip, complaining, and just straight It ends up to just straight being depression. And it stops you from growing. Whenever your mind does not progress, you do not progress. You actually regress. So you're not becoming more and more mature, and you're not gaining wisdom. You're actually going backwards. If you do not take care of your mind, you're as good as done. And the things that come out of your mouth only make sense to other people that do not take care of their minds. It's never a good look on a woman. We are supposed to be wise. Our men are supposed to look for us, in us for wisdom. This is something that God has given us. But there's so many of us that have just stopped mentally growing. It's not helping any part of our life. Not any part of our life is actually being helped by the decrease of your mental power. Another thing that okay, I'm sorry, there's probably a little gap. I accidentally pressed something I shouldn't have pressed. So the next thing that I want to talk about was in self, your body. Now, our bodies go so much further than just fitting into a pair of jeans. And it's also connected with our mind. When you exercise that mind, somewhere along there, you're going to find out that the food that you are taking in is causing harm to your body. When something is causing harm to either your mind, body, or spirit, you must know they are all connected. So when one is down, the others are going to start to feel an effect. It's going to throw you off balance. Please hear me when I say a lot of the depression, a lot of the negativity, things that are happening in your life, the anxiety, the stress, a lot of that is coming from the food that you are taking in. As a grown woman, when does it click in your head that you see the information out there telling you, hey, this is causing this is causing that. And as a grown woman, you choose to ignore those things and then walk around saying, why am I so stressed? Why am I so depressed? Why am I acting like this? Why can't I hold my attention? Why do I have bad anxiety? The truth is already there in front of you. You do not want to take the truth in. You like to be lied to. You like to be deceived. You like to be confused. And I don't want to jump ahead, but this is what happens in our relationships. When you are in denial of one thing, it will trickle down to everything else in your life. If you do not respect your mind, if you do not respect your body, please do not expect somebody to come into your life and respect you. You don't respect yourself. You have shown them, you've given them a clear path of how to treat you, and it starts with disrespect. Why? You disrespect your mind by not engaging it and not choosing to grow it. You disrespect your body by not even caring what you put in, not exercising. It's not about looking good for someone else. It is about being healthy for you. If you are not healthy, you do not work at your most functioning level. And if that's okay with you, then I'm telling you right now, hate what I'm saying, but you have a problem mentally. Check that out. There's nothing else to it. The truth is right there for all of us. How much longer are you going to ignore it? How much longer are you not going to make a big girl choice and decide to do something about it? It's not cute being ignorant. It's far from being cute. Your spirit. Where I see, so this kills me. When I'm on Facebook and everybody's like, Monday, they're cursing somebody out. Tuesday, they're getting up there talking about some dude they were with and how his girlfriend was tripping. Like, it's, oh my God. And then Sunday, God is so good and da da da. Where is your spirituality? Our spirits are a part of us, mind, body, and spirit, okay? I'm going to keep going back to that, mind, body, and spirit. You need to take care of your spirit just as much as you take care of your body and just as much as you take care of your mind. You do not have to be religious, but what we need is a sense of spirituality. You can disagree with what I'm going to say, but unless you are with that whole "we came from monkeys," there is a creator, and you need to be in tune with him, or else you're going to be thrown off balance in everything else in your life. This is what I help my clients with, being balanced. And you have to pay attention to your mind, your body, and your spirit. 3 equals 1. If your 3 is off, you are not a complete 1. Now, I can get into that so much more, but I wanted to touch on some other things before this is like a hour-long recording, and I'm not trying to have that. So, I don't even know if I want to touch on this next one. I'll save this next one for last. Relationships, we'll save that for last. We'll just hop real quick over to careers and money. Big girl choices and careers. How many women have sat down in front of me that go to job interviews and do not present themselves like they're taking it serious? You are a grown woman, and please don't act like what I'm saying is so like people do that. Yeah, they do. Women, you are showing up at job interviews without a professional resume folder. Invest in these things. Without looking professional, nails all different colors, every other nail is a different color. You don't have a list of questions to ask this employer. They need you. So you need to step in there and let them know, hey, this is who I am. You need me. I'm essential to your company. You're not just going to sit there on that side and ask me questions. I've got some for you as well. You need to come prepared. You need to be about your business. Your money. Start investing, start saving, start learning. Even if you don't have enough money to invest and to save, learn about it. Start reading up. Boom. Oh my God. If we're reading about our money, we're actually exercising our mind. If you're at ease with your money, that brings your spirit to at ease. Look how these things trickle over to other areas in your life. Start caring about yourself. Start making big girl choices. A 16-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old is not going to sit around worrying about investing their money, making sure their mind is right, taking care of their body. Actually, let me rephrase that. There are many that are doing that, but not on the level that you should be doing this as a grown woman. So why are you not doing this? Could it be that you're not yet making those big girl choices? We have to women up. We are powerful. There cannot be life without us. Do you not understand that? We give life to this world. Without us, it could not continue. So why have we sat here for so many years and just given our power away to stupid things, to men that don't deserve it, to friends that don't deserve it, to careers that drain us dry and don't deserve our times? Why have we given away so much of our power to things that don't hold as much power as we do? You are women. I cannot stress that enough. Let me say that again. There could not be life without you. God gave you a wonderful, amazing role that nobody else but you can do. But yet you sit and you seem to be so powerless because you're in denial and you refuse to use your power to make better choices. This is why the world is the way it is. Yes, I've said it, and I feel very strongly about that. This world can be turned around if women would get their act together. I hope it happens one day. I honest to God hope it happens one day. But next on my list is family. We complain a lot about family. Oh, my cousin did this, my aunt did this, my uncle did that, whatever. It's family. Family is supposed to have a bunch of mess with it because this is how we learn. This is how we grow. Stop thinking life is perfect. It's not. Life is perfectly the way it's supposed to be for you when you were making good choices. Your family is there to support you and you are there to support them. And if your family is beating up on you so much you can't take the small stresses when it comes to family, please don't ever get married because it will just squash you like a freaking gnat. If you can't deal with family and cousins that got something to say or aunts that done did you wrong, do not ever get married. You're not ready for it. So now That brings me to relationships. Oh yeah, this is a good one. So relationships. Let's say I have this. I think this was. I know this was one of my biggest things in my journey of relationships, where I did not make big girl choices. There were a few times that I did, and I will honestly say it didn't drain my power. It actually gave me energy. But making big girl choices in relationships has back then been a big challenge for me. And I'm still learning. I'm married. So marriage is like college every day. Okay. So I'm learning every day. Every month, we discovered something else about ourselves, about how to treat each other, about how to grow. We're always learning. Yes, it can be chaotic, it can be stressful, but marriage will, man, it will mature you more than anything in life will. So I'm learning, okay? And I will say that I have been making some wonderful big girl choices, and the difference is just amazing. When you make a choice based off of wisdom and maturity, oh, I'm sorry, that's like this big truck that just went by. When you make a choice based off of wisdom and maturity, it does not deplete your energy. It gives you energy. It makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel good. It is totally different than just going off of emotion, where it just leaves you depleted. Dating. For my ladies out there that are dating, or let me say, a lack thereof, because how many of you guys meet someone and it's almost like within a month or so, you've already claimed them as being your man. You are already to, like, you already slept with them. Y'all are about ready to move in. I want to address this issue because this is not dating. And I remember a young lady told me, why date? And it was the Jesus that I love that kept me from, like, I think putting my hands on her. I just wanted to choke her because I'm like, dude, are you serious? Let's look at this. Most of our issues come from not dating. You're dating someone is like that job interview. How do you know this is a good fit for you if you don't know what there is that you can offer it and what it can offer you? There is so much that you learn through dating. You learn about that person's spirituality. Let's not act like that's not important. Because if a Jehovah's Witness and a Catholic get together just because y'all thought y'all look good, you're going to have some problems when it comes down the line, especially with raising your children. So check it. Because what you're saying when you're not dating is, hey, give me that big box that's wrapped up. I don't know what's inside of it, but I do know that it's going to be drama and it actually might be the death of me. Just give it to me. I'll take it. I don't care what it is. Let me take on your dysfunction, your depression, your family's drug addicted history. Let me take all that on because you look so good in them boots. Really? See, that's what I mean. That's not a big girl choice. That's a dumb 10-year-old choice. Decide when you're going to start making these big girl choices. Dating is very important. You need to know about this man's family, his background, where he comes from. I mean, he could have a whole line of drug addicts. He could have a whole line of bank robbers. It just might be in their blood to be like that. Well, guess what? If you don't date and you don't find these things out, then guess what? It's going to run in your kids too. Okay? It'll just run right on down that bloodline. So when you do finally get rid of him and his mess, you've already start raising a child that it's in that blood. It's in that child was born with the issues. So now you have to raise someone that is just like the man that took you 10 years to get rid of. How this person treats women. If you're sitting down with a man that you're dating and he is just, she's a B, that, my ex is this, and he's just putting it all out there. Let me tell you something. That is in his character to treat people like that. One day, if you were an ex, you best believe he's going to be treating you the same way if he hasn't grown. And that's another thing. Is he growing? When you're sitting down with these grown men, You need to ask them, what are your goals? What do you want to do in life? What goals have you had before that you've accomplished? If they don't got much to say, then, I mean, come on, ladies. And if you feel that that's stupid questions for you to be asking, then again, please check your mental. And if it ain't right, then maybe you need to swim in a cesspool of other people with mental sickness. And I don't mean anything on people with mental disorders, whatever, take it how you want it. If you at 30 something years old, late 20s, mid 20s, higher than 30, whatever the case may be, if you do not understand the importance of dating and you do not understand the importance of getting to know somebody on a level that does not involve your emotions, but it has to do with your mind, then you do not need to be with anyone. Because you're putting a sign on your body that's saying, just abuse me. Mentally, physically, emotionally, just abuse me, use me, because I didn't care enough about myself to find out anything about you. And let's start making some big girl choices when it comes to our minds. Where's the list? I'm always, when my clients come to me and it has to do with the relationships and one bad relationship after the next, I do not tell my clients, oh, well, he sounds like he's horrible. And that was, no, I look directly at them and say, now let's find out where you were at in this, because you have a bigger role of responsibility than he does. You are a grown woman. It is time for you to make grown choices. When you set yourself out there, you're single and you're dating, I believe you should have a list. You should have a list of standards, something that you see that you definitely want in a man. Because if you don't have a map of what you want, you will continue to go in circles and never reach a destination. And going in circles, you will pick up junk that you had no business picking up, and it will deplete you and it will drain your energy. And guess what? You will get nowhere. Your gas will run out. You will be stuck on the side of the road and you will be lonely and you'll be miserable, depressed. You will give up. This is what happens when we don't make big girl choices. So even if you got to talk to yourself and say, you know what, make a big girl choice. I'm in a situation right now. I'm going to make a big girl choice. For the first time in my life, I'm going to make a big girl choice. I'm going to either say the right thing or I'm going to walk away from the wrong thing. But whatever I'm going to do right now, it's going to be me being a big girl. Because I'm not a child anymore. I'm not a teenager anymore. I've went through a lot in those years to make me this grown, responsible, mature woman. So why am I acting like a child? Why am I making choices and decisions based off of a child's mentality? I am better than that. I'm wiser than that. I'm more powerful than that. That's what you should be telling yourself every day you step out that house. Every day you put yourself out in this world, you need to give yourself a speech that's going to motivate you and make you make better choices. Stop being a victim, because the way that it's happening right now, you are choosing to be a victim of a lot of times, a victim of abuse, a victim of being emotionally broken down and your energy being drained. This is something that you choose. There are people that are victimized and there are people that choose to be victimized. And right now I see a whole hell of a lot of women choosing to be victimized. Your tears aren't going to get you far. They're only going to drown you. So stop making tears and stand up and get a backbone. You are the essence of this earth. Like I said, let me go back to the beginning. There could be no life without you. So walking around here, just being a hot mess mentally, with your body, with your spirit, come on. There are places where you can go if you want to stop your brain from working past a certain point and start making crazy choices and decisions. There's places for that. They built institutions for that. They got money for that. You can go check in. But if you want to be a woman about some substance, then learn to make big girl choices. I'm right with you. There are challenges. There are times I'm in situations and it's like, oh, this is a big challenge on me. This is a big one, because the old me would do this, but the new me, a grown woman, that wants a healthy mind, body, and spirit, that wants to actually, when the time comes, leave this world and say, I've learned, I've done, I've conquered, I've done it right. I've given it my best. That person needs to make a big girl choice. And I find myself in situations where I have to tell myself, make a big girl choice. You got too much to lose to be thinking and acting like a child. Grown women on Facebook, airing your business. I'm sorry I got to bring the Facebook up. Airing your business just crazy on Facebook. Like, you're a grown woman, 30-something years old, mid-20s, talking on Facebook like my teenage clients are. Really? There's no difference. And it's funny because I work with my teenage clients and it's like they just want the direction. But I see a lot of women that just want to be victims. And it breaks my heart because I know how painful it is. I know as women how much we endure. But I also know that, you know what? A lot of what we take on, a lot of what we endure can be changed. We can lighten our loads. We can make tomorrow better. The day after that can be better, and the day after that. And before you know it, a whole year has gone by that we have made big girl choices and we have saved our energy. We have smiled more. We found more joy in our day. We found balance because we chose to just make a big girl decision. We chose to step out of the old us and into the new us. All of us are different. All of us have our own personal struggles, our own, personal hurdles that we have to jump over every other day. But we can do it differently. We can do it with more grace. We can do it with a goal in mind, a goal of being healthy, balanced women, especially emotionally healthy, balanced women. Because if you are not emotionally healthy, it is almost impossible for you to make big girl choices. And what's happening a lot is there's so many of us making childish decisions and choices in our life that we look at the next woman. There's so many of us, we look at the next woman like, oh, this is just normal. This is just the way it is. We're all like that. No, wrong. It's not normal to spaz out and almost be on Snapped every other day because you can't get a control of your emotions in your relationship. It's not normal to just jump from job to job. There's something wrong. Trust me, I used to do it. There's something that needs to be taken care of so that we can get our balance back and we can make better choices. It's not okay to be unhealthy. And I want to make that very clear. Wherever you can get help, wherever you can get clarity, take advantage of that because you deserve it, okay? If you need me, want to talk, want to send me a question for advice, whatever the case may be, y'all know where to hit me up. It's darebfly@gmail.com. darebfly, FLYY @gmail.com. You can also hit me up on Facebook at Butterfly Coaching. I hope this was motivating, but I gotta go. Like I said, it's evening. The Hubs is calling. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.